شي بلادي عاش اتحاد إماراتنا عشتي لشعب دينه الإسلام هديه القرآن حصنتك بسم الله يا وطن بلادي 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 حماك الإله سرور السماء أقسمنا أن نبني نعمل نخلص مهما عشنا نخلص دام الأمان عاش العلم يا إماراتنا رمز العروبة كلنا نفديكي بالدماء نرويكي نفديك بالأرواح يا وطن.
I'm Farhad, and this company was established by my father, Mirwais Azizi, and the company was established in 2007. However, he first came to the UAE in 1995, and that's when he first opened a business here in the UAE, and it was a trading business. So it's been a long time, and we feel pretty much as Emarati, as everybody else, we feel this is our home and we're quite comfortable here. He brought the family in 1996, 1 year after looking at how things are here and seeing the cities and going to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, all the Emirates, and he really loved it. He brought the family here in 1996 and we went to school here. We all my siblings, we're 3 brothers and 4 sisters. So we're a big family and we all went to Al Mawakib school here.
أعزائي المشاهدين، أهلا وسهلا بكم من جديد مع برنامجكم الأسبوعي برنامج إماراتي. كما عودناكم في كل أسبوع نستضيف لكم خيرة من دولة الإمارات، قصة نجاح أتتنا إلى الدولة منذ عام 1995. Mr. Farhad, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, of course, Mr. Farhad. We would like to know in our national program Emarati, who's Farhad from early beginning. Allow me actually to ask you that experience you have been taking before you joined to the company. So can we know about your experience?
Well, before joining the company, I was studying. I was in the United States doing my diplomas in business. I did my bachelor's and my master's degree in the United States. So as soon as I finished with my studies, I joined the family business in 2007. That's when I've been working in different parts of the family business. This family business is part of a bigger business called the Azizi Group.
Mr. Farhad, when we talk about the first day in Dubai or in UAE, how it was? When we talk about the desert, the first day for us, let's talk about it.
The first day for myself?
Yes.
In 1996? Well, I was young, but I remember pretty well that we came in the month of July. So it was a bit hot. So when we got out of the airplane, I felt that it was pretty warm. And we were quite impressed too with all the facilities available. You know, when we got into our villa, it was air conditioned, it was very nice. The place was very peaceful and very calm, and we felt quite protected. So that was a good feeling to have.
We start with trading. After that, we go to real estate in 2007.
Yes.
Let's talk about trading. What was our trading activity?
So trading, we did a lot of different trading activities, but one of the main things that we traded was oil and gas. So oil and gas was one of the products that my father was operating from Dubai. However, the product was mostly in Kazakhstan, in those countries, and it was imported within those Central Asian countries. So that was one of the products. But there was other products as well, including electronics, food products. We had our own factory that was making flour meal. So there was a sugar, natural sugar. So it was in those countries, but the head office was here, and it was trading between different countries. One of the countries that was receiving a lot of our products was Afghanistan, and that's where we are originally from. So Afghanistan was being helped because it needed oil and gas, it needed sugar and oil and all that. So the trading was a big part of our business.
You know, the more than 200 different nationalities inside United Arab Emirates, and there is a big challenge between this kind of companies inside United Arab Emirates. So how you prove yourself in the market? What is the specialist in your company?
Well, as I said, we were in trading, and then we got into banking as well, and real estate as well. So the real estate is one of the very large business in the UAE, which means there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of government-backed companies. There are private developers. There are developers like ourselves who want to be a big master developer when they have a lot of ambitions to compete in the market and do the best. So if I say it's not challenging, I would be lying. There are challenges. It is difficult, especially when things happen such as COVID, where suddenly everything stops, or if there are big demands, right? Like right now with the football happening, after the expo where Dubai was seen by so many people, there's so many, and all the COVID restrictions are removed. We are having a lot of demand suddenly. We want to start projects very quickly, and we're having a shortage of finding manpower and all that. So Dubai is a very dynamic city, and for this kind of situations, you need to have a good team that is ready to tackle such things. You need to have a good team at every department, not just at the construction. You got to have a design team that's good. You got to have a delivery team that's good. You got to have a good sales team. So the team is the most key thing, I would say, in any company.
Of course.
When we talk about the team, we will talk about how we build the relation with this team. When I talk about more than 3,000 employees that you are leading now, so the leader always the focus or the eyes on this leader, how you can keep the relation with your employees more stronger every day.
I think what's very important is that you hire good, experienced professional people and do not dictate them on how to work. Inspire them, motivate them, keep them happy. They have the experience and the brains and the knowledge on how to do the work. So one of the things I personally focus a lot on is not to tell our team do this way or that way. I don't like that. I think I'd rather spend time with them building a relationship where they feel safe in the company, they're building a career, they feel motivated. Those are the people that can take the company forward. So it is a big team. And then when I communicate with 20 people in the company, the seniors, the heads of departments, they communicate with everybody else. So if I say something, I am hoping that this will pass on to the last guy, the last person in this company.
Since we're here in Dubai, we will inspire from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. He's saying in his vision book, to reach number one, it's easy. But to continue on the same level, it's a little bit difficult. So what's your comment on that?
Well, I definitely believe in that. And I think for a company to reach to number one, first, it's not so easy. But once they reach there, it's absolutely important that they be ready for changes. Things are changing so fast, especially with the way things are on social media, with the way internet is, with the way business is becoming so electronic and smooth. If a company is not ready to take the challenge of changing, then they will unfortunately fall behind. I don't want to give a company's name, but I have to give a popular name. For example, Nokia. It was known to all of us, but they didn't change with time. Today, they are not there. So that's why for any business, they have to be ready to accept change and move forward.
When we talk about the special or to be unique between your challenges in the market, I will talk about the country which have more than 200 different nationalities. To this nationality to let you accept your product or what they are need some tricks or something that's to keep the trust between you and your clients. How you can let everyone trust you?
So first of all, we have 100 different nationalities that have bought home from us. Nice. So that's something we're very proud of. And the focus we have in our company is to be product central. So product centric means that we have to focus on quality, not in construction. What I'm talking about, the design, the layout, the efficiency of a property, the IT that's running this company, the HR, the people that we hire. So anything that is quality is not just quality of things. So one of the things we've been talking for last several years is what can we do to improve the quality, And if you sell a home, the customer comes into the property and they see that it's fabulous and they like it and they don't have any complaints, you know that that person is going to speak to hundreds of other people. So the word of mouth will spread, and you will have. That's how you can stay on top of the game and outcompete everybody else.
And high quality with good prices, how we can manage it?
It is a challenge, of course, but in quality, when it comes to improving the quality a lot, the price doesn't go so much up, because in the construction, a lot of things are quite standard. The authorities here have very high standards for construction, whether it's the civil defense systems or the safety of a property. So for a developer, the cost doesn't go as much, but the only thing that it takes is more time, more attention to paying attention to the smallest details.
There is many projects, of course, inside United Arab Emirates. So let us choose one of them is touching your heart, and let us talk about that project, the best project in your opinion.
That's right. We have a lot of projects, and we have projects in different stages. So there are projects at design stage that are touching my heart. There are projects at construction stage, and there are projects which we're handing over now. So any developer will have projects in the pipeline and all that. But if I could pick one project, it would be the Azizi Riviera project in MBR City. That is a very special project because it's a town that we're building. The whole thing is under our control, including the landscaping, including the shopping areas, the kids' play areas, and the buildings that we're building. It's a community that we have much more control over, and that allows us to do proper planning for it. So that project was divided into 4 phases, phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we have started handing over phase 1 and 2. And next is going to be 3, 4. The construction is starting on that as well. That is a project that is a little bit large related compared to other projects. So it is 75 buildings, more than 15,000 homes in that area. So it is nicely located. It is quite special, and everybody in the company quite loves it. But I have to be fair to the other projects as well.
Of course.
All our projects are our babies. We love them all.
Let's talk about 2008, 2009. That time after you open your company, with 1 year, crisis come to everywhere. So the real estate, its affects so much.
Yes.
What was the effect on you, Azizi?
It was a very difficult time for everyone, including for us. We launched the project in 2007, and we started selling around 1 billion dirhams sales we had, and we had collected 100 million dirhams from customers. And then the global crisis happened. And we didn't know what to do, and we noticed that other developers are giving credit notes, or they're giving warnings to customers and forfeiting their money if they cannot continue. So one of the things that I am very proud to say is, and this orders came directly from my father, our chairman, is that we should refund everybody their money. We are the only developer, and I'm very proud to say this. You could check this with the land department. The current CEO of land department was the same gentleman.
We see that you return for everyone.
We returned everybody's money. There was only one customer we couldn't find. His payment was 76,000 dirhams. We looked for him everywhere, we couldn't. But all of the money was returned, and we took the properties back, and we waited for things to improve. When things improved, we launched those projects.
That's why we are here, because we are proud of you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Of course, we are in Emirates every year. We have a new vision for ourselves from our leaders. So let us talk about your vision, Mr. Farhad, of course, where we can see you on the short term and the long term as well.
So on the short term, you'll be seeing a lot of deliveries. This year, we're delivering around 10,000 homes. Of those 10,000, we've delivered a big chunk. So in the next 2 months, there will be more deliveries. Next year, there's a lot of deliveries. On the short term, you'll see a lot of deliveries. On the long term, and not very long term, you will see launches of new projects. And one of the projects that we're launching and we're very proud of is this very long tower, very beautiful tower, but we haven't named it yet. So it was just launched as into the project that we're designing on, but it's not named yet, so I don't have a name for it. That's why I call it the tower. It's on Sheikh Zayed Road. It's 528.5 meters long. It's the second tallest after Burj Khalifa. So it is a massive project. You will have shopping area, you will have serviced apartments, and a hotel at the top. So it is quite an amazing project. The other project, which is a quite long term, is this project of we're building villas and townhouses, and it's a type of different residential and commercial property, similar to Riviera, but 4 or 5 times bigger than the Riviera project. So that's going to be around a 10-year long project. and it's going to be divided into 8 phases. So that is something that's keeping us quite busy and excited.
Of course, good luck.
2019, it changed the world when Corona came, and everyone didn't imagine what will happen in the future. So now after Corona, what Azizi changed with Corona?
So the Corona was a scary time, I must agree, and we saw the sales dropping from let's say 20 homes a day to 1 home a week. That's how much the sales dropped, and it was a very difficult and scary time. However, it gave us time to think. We were able to sit together on the internet many times, on video conferences, and discuss on what we can do when things improve. So that was an unfortunate time, but the good thing was it allows us to stop and think, and that's when we started thinking about making the quality better in our properties, making the properties special so the customer can have benefit from it in long term, so the rents can go up, so that it can have capital gain. If a property is bought today for $1 million dirhams and after 5 years the price is coming down, then that's an embarrassment on the developer. So that's why our goal was, what can we do to keep the price good, the quality good, and to maintain the property well enough so that they can have a benefit for the customer for the rest of their life. That's how you can build your brand. They know that if I buy an Azizi property after 10 years, I can still sell it very easily, I can still get customers. So the word spreads as such, and that was one of the things that allowed us, the COVID time allowed us to think about all of those things.
Today, as a successful businessman, of course, after this all years from experience till we reach in the success, who support you? Who was your backbone? Who deserve thanks from Farhad?
So one of the things I must admit is that we are coming from a country that's war-torn. We come from a very difficult situation to a country that gave us safety. So we felt very safe in this country, in this city. My parents were very happy that their kids could go to school here. And we all did. We all went to school, graduated here. We're not originally Emarati, or we're not coming from America or Europe where we had comfort and a proper citizenship. So coming here, we felt that we will not be given the chance, but we were given the chance. And having that chance where our company is now quite successful and it's one of the largest companies here, we're very proud to say that the support has come from the leaders here, either directly or indirectly. The leaders have supported us in such a way that we were given a chance. Like they say, the American dream, the Dubai dream is something we have lived. We have lived that as somebody who felt that maybe I will be discriminated, but that didn't happen. What happened is every organization we went to whether buy land or open a bank account or to sell the properties or to hire contractors, we were treated equally. That is something that we're very proud of this city. That's why we call this place home. We travel everywhere, but then we miss Dubai. We miss UAE.
What about in personal, Mr. Farhad?
Personal, obviously my father. My father, who is the chairman of the company, he's still very active. He's in the meetings from morning to evening. That's somebody I truly admire, because he was the person who started it from nothing. He started it with $500, this whole business, in 1990. So before coming to UAE, he had the trading business starting and all that. So he is somebody that I've looked up, and I'm his eldest son. So when he was going through the difficulties, I was not a child. I was over 6-year-old, 7-year-old. So I remember very well him having the life where he had nothing to having a life where he has everything. So I have a lot of admiration for him, and I see him and I learn a lot from his footsteps.
You mentioned that Azizi brand, it's built in Dubai, and Dubai, we're talking about the brand, that international brand, that's everyone focusing to come here. Investor or even people come here for looking for job. They need advice for the people who have fair enough experience in this country. What is your advice for these people?
So speaking of Dubai brand, well, I'd like to mention something. My second home is Frankfurt, because that's where I met my wife. And when I'm in Germany and I mention that I live in Dubai, they say, wow.
Yes.
So and when they say wow, Burj Khalifa, they say wow, the Palm, wow, Dubai Mall, Burj Al Arab, I get very touched emotionally, because I'm looking at people who have a history in engineering, a history in developing, history in technology, Germans, and they say wow about Dubai. That gives me that touches me a lot, that I come from a brand, a city that's branded so well, where German architects are impressed on how these properties were built. So being a developer here, and it gives you, or being any businessman here, you can be proud that you can go internationally or international companies can come and set up their business here quite easily because the infrastructure is existing, whether it's the legal infrastructure or the banking infrastructure or the whole roads or safety or the whole system is in place. So large companies can come and start business in a week. They don't have to be confused thinking, what do I do and all that. So that's something that's quite impressive.
In Emirates, of course, there is high safety, high security, how you mentioned before, and they are supporting all the businessmen and women all around the Emirates to prove themselves and put the fingerprint everywhere. So, a last message from your side, we will start it from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, and of course, since we are here in Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, and all the leadership of the Emirates.
I'd like to thank the leaders of this country, especially His Highness, our President, and the Prime Minister of this country. They have been very supportive. They are the reason that our business is growing. They are the reason why we're here. That's the reason we're motivated. They're people we admire and we want to do. We wake up every morning here thinking that, okay, this is a place I want to grow. This is a place I want to build my vision. Is because they've been leading the city in a way where we are aspired and we are admiring it. And I would like to thank them all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Farhad Azizi. You was with us in Emarati TV program. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
كلنا نفديكي بالدماء